There have been serious questions about what happened in the hours leading up to the Oxford High School shooting. Many of those questions remained unanswered until now. Only 7 Action News has confirmed there were 2 meetings between school officials and the 15-year-old sophomore charged, Ethan Crumbley. One meeting was on Monday, the second on Tuesday morning, and that one involved Crumbley's parents. That was just hours before 10 students and a teacher were shot, 4 students killed. 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner talked exclusively with the Oakland County Sheriff about the investigation and has more on these critical moments. Jim?
Carolyn, so many people inside Oxford High School saying they can't sleep. They want answers. They're not getting them. They are relying on us, and the sheriff agreed to talk with us. He says school officials are cooperating fully now. He says he knows who were inside those 2 critical meetings. He knows what was discussed. His liaison officer inside that high school was not included.
Were there warning signs that were made aware to school officials that perhaps someone missed?
Obviously, this is all part of the investigation and is part of our evidence and our process now because we've transferred over into the prosecution side. So I can't get into specific evidentiary issues because we certainly don't want to jeopardize prosecution. In hindsight, where we all have 20/20 vision, do I wish we would have been drawn into this information prior? Absolutely.
The sheriff has revealed school surveillance video shows Ethan Crumbley walked into a bathroom with a backpack, came out without it, and opened fire with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun.
After that meeting that morning, he was returned to class. Is that your understanding?
Correct.
And anybody search a backpack, which theoretically he could have been carrying the gun at that time, correct?
To my knowledge, no.
But he could have had the gun with him this whole time.
Could have.
Yesterday, we saw Crumbley's parents, Jennifer and James, on the Zoom during their son's arraignment in court. They told their son not to cooperate after he was arrested, and he hasn't. And they have not cooperated. They were in that meeting at the school with their son Tuesday morning.
Were the parents given any instructions on how to proceed after that meeting?
I can't get into what was said or done in that meeting for evidentiary reasons, but there was discussions.
The sheriff has been consistently saying his team had no warning signs prior to the shooting, including from school officials.
You've told the community, if you see something, say something. Did school officials do that?
Well, again, in hindsight, now that we know all that we know, certainly we wish we would have been brought into that meeting or informed of that meeting.
Now, the sheriff says he has told school officials they are free to discuss this while he can't, and the people inside the school say they have a lot more questions, including the critical one: who made the decision to allow Ethan Crumbley to return back to class just a couple of hours before this terrible tragedy? We're going to stay on this, of course. Reporting live in Pontiac, Jim Kirchner, 7 Action News.
So much more to learn. Thank you, as always, Jim.